Hey guys, it's another episode of Dad's World. I took down some trees, and they're rather large trees. I should have filmed that, I guess. But I took down, I think, 4 big ones and a bunch of small ones that I cleared some area. And I used to dig out the stumps if I had time, but seeding season is here, and I just don't have the time. So I went and rented a stump grinder, and I want to show you guys how easy or not easy it is if you've ever done one. It cost me about $300 for the weekend. It says they'll take a big stump out in about 20 minutes, give or take. So I'm gonna show you how it's done or not done well. You can watch and be your judge, but at least you know as a homeowner, can you do it or can't you do it? That's the big thing. So this is the big dog. I already got it started, and I turned it on for a second, but I have never used it. It has a neat little thing, so the controls slam to the side so you can see what you're doing. These are some of the big stumps that I'm taking out. I got some over there, got one back there. I got a bunch of little ones where all these flags are. I'm gonna whack them all since it's seeding season here. And so basically they were big trees like that or bigger. Actually, they're bigger than that one. And I cleaned them all up and cut them up. And if you hired a tree guy, it cost you a fortune. But I used basically a pulley system, a snatch block system with a come along with my wife, and that way I could pull them and drop them where I wanted to and have control. That's another thing I'll do a video on later. It's great and easy. Lots of videos out there. I'm a beginner and I pulled it off, but I'll show you. Anyway, I'm gonna set this camera up. Hopefully we give it hell, okay? You guys be the judge. See how long it takes. I just barely turned it on. It doesn't seem like it's, you know, brain science, but basically in a nutshell, it's on tracks. So you're easy, you won't tear up your lawn. You have an up down, that makes it do this. I got the throttle down right now. So you engage it and then make the head go back and forth real slow, and it slowly eats it down in the ground. It's supposed to do about 1 foot in the ground if I want it to. I just need it below the ground to grow grass. So here you guys go. Let's see here. Make sure you wear a hearing protection. that's not how to do it, guys. Trying to learn here is a kind of steep learning curve. Well, guys, it's not hard. It's just learning how to work it. It stalls it out, so you're gonna go tiny bit, sliver. So I'm actually pretty deep in the ground. I'm not gonna go any deeper because, well, frankly, it doesn't matter. I only care about what's above. So there's some roots I'm gonna get over here and here, but I'm learning. If I can do it, you can do it. Alright guys, hey, well, the finale. I took out 4 big stumps and a bunch of little ones and some 6 and 8 inches. So that's the crater from the big ones. There was 2 big old stumps you saw me start out on. Took me a while. I went to about 12 inches deep. I just want to get the roots and stuff. I gotta rake this down a little bit, but it's ready for seed basically. Cleaned them up out here. Out here also. And over here, this is some area I cleared. So I got a bunch of those. I got another huge one that used to be right here. I dropped the fence and dropped the tree. And as you can see, nothing left. So, was it easy? That's a good question. I wouldn't say it's hard. It's a little timely. It stalls out. Some tips would be go slow, gradually go out, because that one was 38 horsepower and it still would stall out because I was trying to take too much tree. It's hard to see. I can see why people pay. It cost me around 300 bucks plus my time, but I did take out a lot of stumps, and I couldn't get a guy to come. They wanted about 125 a stump, and they weren't going to do the little ones. That was more money. So when it was all said and done, I don't know how much ahead I came out in money, some, but I got it on my time, and I probably did it better than them in the long run because I get it deeper. They're going to do it just below the ground mostly. Now, not to say some guys aren't great. I'm not a pro at this. I learned as I went, but you as a homeowner, you can do this. It's just one of those things. I hope you enjoyed watching me fumble and mess up and try. And this is another episode of Dad's World. All right, guys. Have a good one. Hey guys, well, what did we learn from stump grinding? 1, you don't have to be a pro to do it. 2, you gotta take your time. 3, it does make a little bit of a mess that you have to keep filling in the holes. But it makes great compost, so some good grass would grow there. I took out probably 4 big stumps and about 30 small little stumps, 2 to 6 inches around, just because I had it. I took some medium ones out too, but I did all that in about 6 hours, throughout the yard. I didn't tear up my grass too bad. I was kind of concerned about that because it was a little wet. It had tracks, just go real easy and you should be okay on that. If it's dry, you shouldn't have any problems at all. Tracks do pretty good, especially in straight lines. It's a heavy piece of equipment, but it's not heavy enough that it should really damage your property. As a homeowner, you can get away with it. $300-400 bucks, give or take. In a little bit of time, you can do a lot of stumps. I had it all weekend. I returned it this morning. The big lesson to learn is, instead of going up to the stump, if stump's here, and start grinding like I did at the beginning and working your way, it creates a whole back here that you have to keep filling in to pull your machine and you sink in it. Go over the stump. Go back and work your way backwards. I'm not a pro. I'm sure there's somebody's going to correct me many times, but that seems to do a little bit better, at least in my opinion. I chewed through about 7 gallons of gas. It was a 38 horsepower one, so pretty powerful. I did stall it a bunch. That's called novice use, and it's a little harder on equipment. It is a rental, but I still don't want to hurt it. It's not mine. I'm trying to do the right thing. But it's not a hard thing. I think the proof's in the pudding. The ground's all leveled out. I even put some seed on it last night. The camera died mid-mulching. As far as crunching it up, it got too hot out there, but I wanted to give you guys a finale. It's something you can do. It's not bad at all, and hope it helped you. If you were a little paranoid about doing it, it's no big deal. All right, guys, subscribe if you liked it. Give me a thumbs up. Thank you.